Weeks ago on the stable SMP, I finally defeated the best player on the server, ParrotXd. Gaslighting, convincing my friend Snowball Chan that I had died. Not good, because Penguin is no ordinary Minecraft player. ParrotXd, who is known as the Mortal Demon due to all the insane stunts he's pulled off, like killing an entire group of players with only his fists. Rival WEMMBU. Yeah, I kinda was.
Alright, so today we are diving into the unstable SMP, but not in a normal way. This is unstable SMP we like, and this is a compile edit. Basically, you just sit down and relax.
Weeks ago on the stable SMP, I finally defeated the best player on the server, ParrotXd. Ignore my problems and fake my death on the stable SMP. The first step to faking my death, gaslighting, convincing my friend Snowball Chan that I had died. If I couldn't convince Snowball Chan that I had died, my plan would be ruined. I'm not. You're just hallucinating. Fair enough. And now that I faked my death on the stable SMP, I decided to infiltrate my enemy's book club.
So don't even think about escape, because this video is packed with some funniest, most random and completely unexpected moment you will ever see.
Tried to come up with a believable story along the way. Alright, I'm here. You said you needed me to... Oh! What's wrong? I was just admiring the... it doesn't matter. What did you say your name was again? Oh, my name. WEMMBU. WEMMBU? Not good, because Penguin is no ordinary Minecraft player. All that was there was a sign with the text saying, "Don't dig down." And because this is likely a trap, I decided not to follow what the sign said, and dug down anyway. However, that's when I came to the shocking realization that this was all a trap, when I fell 50 blocks into a TNT launcher. Luckily my plot armor protected.
Yeah, if you enjoy this kind of content, I also post a short edit on this channel, so make sure you check those.
Not long ago, and threatened to launch an orbital strike cannon at their base if they didn't give them the coordinates of the abandoned civilization. This had to be WEMMBU. Passing through here on the way to the abandoned civilization, that I was on the right track, it would make convincing them to tell me the information I needed very difficult. Give me one good reason why I shouldn't just kill you. You see, I am the smartest player in all of Minecraft. Alright buddy, that's enough monologue.
Most of you guys that don't know about this, if you don't want to miss kind of like this video, so hit a subscribe button, come on man, and turn on the notification so you'll be always the first to see what happens next. Because come on, this is not unstable SMP.
Stable SMP being a compass that we have for no particular reason. It'll lead you to the abandoned civilization. And after a few more days of traveling, I finally arrived at the abandoned civilization, and I was shocked. I realized that the civilization wasn't abandoned at all, and was just called that because the people living there didn't have any friends. The entire civilization was surrounded by an impenetrable, an obsidian wall filled with lava and wardens and Junk bans. And while typically this wouldn't be much of an issue for me, earlier in the day a rogue background character had stolen my shulker box full of escape kit, meaning that the only way to get into the civilization was through the front door, which was being guarded by a player in full netherite armor. Fighting this player was out of the question, but luckily, as the self-proclaimed smartest player on the server, I knew exactly what to do. I knew I couldn't beat this player, but I didn't have to, because I had a plan. And now that I've defeated the guard, I could finally look for WEMMBU. However, I would need to be stealthy to not risk being discovered. And after searching around for a few minutes, I found exactly what I was looking for. It was WEMMBU. Finally, this was my chance to confront him. However, that's when I realized that WEMMBU is one of the best players on the entire stable SMP. And if I tried to fight him alone, I would probably die. So I decided to call an old friend of mine to help, one of the strongest players on the entire FlameFrags, who is known as the Mortal Demon, due to all the insane stunts he's pulled off, like killing an entire group of players with only his fists, accidentally placing a sword into a decorated pot, leaving him with nothing left to fight with, other than the axe in his hopper, and a second netherite sword. Regardless, with his help, this fight would become a lot more possible, and we might even be able to... Wait, name is FlameFrags, and on the stable SMP, I'm known as the Mortal Demon. I was just playing on the stable SMP when I suddenly got attacked by a group of chipmunks, a group of players in iron armor.
Well, if it isn't FlameFrags.
Bro, what do you want?
We're gonna kill you.
I was only 17,000 times more geared than these players. Most players would die here, but luckily, I'm not most players. I'm the Mortal Demon.
You're so trash. Wait, no. The pain, the agony. The pain, the agony.
And after banning all these players from the stable SMP, I got a message from a player known as ParrotXd. He informed me that he had discovered what had happened to one of the most powerful players on the stable SMP, my rival, WEMMBU. After defeating me in a fight using an orbital strike cannon a few weeks ago, WEMMBU had mysteriously disappeared, and rumors began spreading across the server that he had died. But considering WEMMBU is the only relevant member of the stable SMP, I knew this couldn't be true. So I spent weeks searching for him, with no luck. However, Penguin claimed to have tracked him down to a Minecraft civilization millions of blocks from spawn, which seemed unlikely, but with no other leads to what had happened to WEMMBU, I had no choice but to trust Penguin, so I began to head to the coordinates Penguin had sent me. However, I realized that they were millions of blocks from spawn, was, just as Penguin had said, a Minecraft civilization millions of blocks from spawn. But when I arrived, I quickly realized that something was wrong. Penguin had agreed to meet me outside the civilization. However, when I arrived, he was nowhere to be seen, and nobody else was either. I messaged Penguin to tell him that I'd arrived, but received no response. Something was wrong. Penguin is a self-proclaimed smartest player on the stable SMP, meaning he never forgets anything, ever. But just when I was about to leave, Penguin finally messaged me back, telling me to meet him at a set of coordinates a few hundred blocks into the civilization. This was strange, but with no other leads, I headed to the coordinates he had sent me. However, as soon as I arrived, I knew my first instincts had been right. Something was very wrong. Penguin wasn't giving a dramatic monologue about how he's the smartest player on the server, but I quickly realized I had bigger problems to deal with.
Well, as you can see, I kidnapped Penguin and forced him to bring you here. And yes, you still have no idea.
You're WEMMBU.
What? Was it really that obvious?
Yeah, I kinda was, to be honest.
Alright, fine.
You got me. And now... Wait, never mind, put the voice changer back on. We're all voiced by the same person, this is getting confusing.
Now we fight. If you win, I let Penguin go. But if I win, I become the Mortal Demon and can leak your IP address on Twitter.
That's not how that